Hello there, my major malfunctions, and welcome back to 31 Films of Halloween. Day 11. If you like this video, we've been through this so many times, y'all like it, just go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Another Scream Queen 76. Me. So yesterday I neglected to mention when I was discussing the Stepford Wives how much of an influence that film has had on movies and filmmakers, particularly Jordan Peele with his film Get Out. And if you have not seen that movie, you better get out, because it is so good. Like, 5 pumpkins, 10 stars, all the flowers. Watch it now. It is awesome. And Jordan Peele was definitely and admittedly influenced by the Stepford Wives. So, our film for today is kind of a companion to that. And it's called Companion 2. Let's see what I did there. I kind of linked it all up. Using the old noodle. Anyway, yes, it is the film Companion, and it was released in 2025, just this year. And I saw this movie in the theater, and I went in blind, not really knowing too much of what it was about. And I flippin' loved it. In fact, it was going to be my favorite horror film of the year until another film came along and just knocked it right off the pedestal. I won't tell you what it is, because you'll find out eventually. So, Companion was directed by Drew Hancock, and he also did the screenplay. And the cast includes Sophie Thatcher. I love Sophie Thatcher. She's so awesome. And she plays Iris. And Sophie Thatcher has appeared in, like, lots of great stuff. Yellow Jackets, Heretic, The Boogeyman. And we also have in the cast Jack Quaid, who happens to be the offspring of Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan. And he's had a pretty good career going, too. He's been in The Hunger Games, Scream 5, and recently in a film called Novocaine. We also have Lucas Gage, who plays Patrick, and Harvey Gillian? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry, Harvey, if I'm not. Not that you're probably going to ever watch this, but just in case. And he plays Eli. And we have Megan Surrey, who plays Kat. So, Companion actually feels like it picks up right after the Stepford Wives. In fact, the Stepford Wives, and spoilers ahead, because I can't help myself, but the Stepford Wives actually ends in a supermarket. Who says supermarket? I'm so old. But it ends in a supermarket. And if you've seen it, you know what I mean. In Companion, the opening scene starts in a supermarket where Sophie Thatcher, who plays Iris, is wheeling her grocery cart through the store. And she is recalling, well, the scene recalls her first encounter when she meets her boyfriend, Josh. And it's all cute and stuff, and it's lovey-dovey, and love at first sight, and, you know, they're all making googly eyes, and he's, like, trying to be all slick and knocks these oranges and stuff off of the countertop, and it's just all like this little goofy kind of moment. Anyway, so this is the dream that Iris is having in the car of their first meeting. And they are headed to a remote cabin for the weekend to hang out with some friends. And Iris is pretty nervous. Like, she's super self-conscious. She's so concerned that, you know, she's going to make a bad impression and none of Josh's friends are going to like her. And he's like, girl, it's fine. They're going to love you. I love you. It's all good. You're perfect. You're perfect. So they get there. Introductions are made. And we meet the rest of the cast. Patrick and Eli, who happen to be a gay couple. Oh. And we have Kat. And we also have her boyfriend, Sergey, who happens to be this Russian dude who seems a little sketchy. So you know, there's a little awkwardness at first, but the evening goes off without a hitch. There's like food and wine, and they had scallops. I love scallops, y'all. It was so good. I mean, it looked good. I'm hungry. Anyway, there was dancing and music, and it was just all, you know, cozy and kosher and all that good stuff. Well, the next day, Josh and Iris wake up, and they have plans to go to the lake. But Josh is like, I'm still a little hungover. Let me have some coffee, shower, shave, get myself together. You head on down without me, and I'll meet you there. Well, Iris heads on down to the lake, and of course she encounters Sergey, being his slimy self. And he tries to get her to hang out with him, and she's like, oh, no, makes an excuse that, you know, Josh isn't feeling well, she should probably go back up there. But he kind of tells her, or makes her feel guilty and saying, hey, you're staying at my house, please, you know, sit and, you know, have some time with me. I cannot do a Russian accent. Shouldn't have even tried. So against her better judgment, she does stay. He offers her some vodka. She says no. Then he asks her for some suntan lotion on his shoulders and back. I'm like, dude, no, absolutely not. Stranger danger, stranger danger. We have a problem. So she tries to get away from him, go back to the house. He gets a little offended. He starts getting a bit rough with her. A scuffle ensues. She ends up killing him because she's got some kind of a switchblade in her pocket. I mean, you know, why wouldn't you carry a switchblade down to the lake? Anyway, next scene, she comes back to the house, covered with blood. They're all like, oh, Iris, what happened? What's going on? Why are you covered in blood? So she tells the story about how he forced himself onto her. And so things kind of like start to unravel at this point. And and this is where the spoiler comes in, but it's like 25 minutes into the film. So, bear with me. Iris happens to be a robot. And by the way, Josh got this dumb ass name, this pet name for her, because she's a robot. He calls her his beep boop. What? Beep boop? Beep no. That's so dumb. And he says it a lot in this movie, so just be ready. It kind of made me go, beep boop. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Anyway. So he's explaining to her she's this robot, you know, she has been programmed this whole time to do his bidding, cook and clean and, you know, do the deed, very much like Stepford Wives mentality. And she's like, this is impossible. You know, I feel pain, I feel guilt, I feel anger, you know, I feel all these emotions. And he says, it's just all programmed, all your memories and everything else. Well, as he's having this conversation, Kat decides to come in here with badass timing like she does. And she's like, why ain't you shut her down yet? He's like, shut up! Well, that flips Iris a switch. And then all hell breaks loose. I won't go any further than that, because you'll just have to experience it for yourself. It is an awesome, awesome film. There's a lot of sardonic humor throughout. Like, I found myself chuckling over and over again like I did when I watched it in the theater. But there's also a very sadistic vein throughout this film that comes from a certain character whose name I won't mention. Josh. And it says a lot about about little baby men and toxic masculinity and all that type of thing. And yeah, I mean, check out Companion, because it is awesome. I'm going to give it 5 pumpkins. I loved it just as much this time as I did the first time around. And until next time, if you're thinking about getting yourself one of these little beep boop bots, just stay single or get a cat or a parakeet. Don't be going and getting no fake robot companion boyfriend, girlfriend, person thing. It's just too costly. Cats are way cheaper.